My name is Tiana Ellis Blakely, and I am a criminal defense attorney. I've been practicing for 13 years. I've tried cases from battery to first-degree murder. At this time, I am seeking to be elected as a judge of the Circuit Court of Cook County in the 2nd Judicial Subcircuit. I am a resident of the Roseland community. I was raised here, and I still live here. And I like to tell everybody that I live here by choice and not force. I live in this community because I love this community. I love to serve my community, and when I give back, I don't have to reach far. There are several reasons that I have decided to run for judge. One of those being that I am definitely experienced, I am dedicated to justice, and I have the compassion that's necessary for those serving. Everybody does not deserve to be thrown in jail and not given a second chance. There are some situations where some people should be entitled to second chances. People should be allowed to go through drug treatment, mental health treatment, or whatever alternatives there are to being thrown into prison right away. I want to be that person that brings the compassion back to the bench. I want to be that person that understands the issues that the person in front of me is going through. And I'll be that person that will treat everyone who comes before me with dignity and respect. There are several judges that I admire for various reasons. Several of the judges that I practice in front of now, several characteristics are needed in order to be an effective judge and to be a great judge in Cook County. There are judges that I'm in front of now that I see do a great job at managing the call because our caseloads are very high in Cook County. It's very important that you're able to effectively manage a court call. There are also other judges that I practice in front of that I know no matter what, that judge is going to show compassion. That judge is going to treat everyone who comes before him with dignity and respect. I sometimes even go into his courtroom just to watch and see his court call, even if I don't have a case in front of him, because I just like to see the way he executes his court call, the way that he'll shake the hands of the defendants, the way that he sometimes take that extra moment to ask them, hey, what are your plans after this? Do you have a college degree? Do you have plans to go to college? Do you have a high school diploma? So it's that type of judge that I want to be. I want to be the judge to treat everyone, again, as I said before, that comes before me with dignity and respect, because you don't know everyone's story. You don't know why a person is sitting before you. Pros and cons of being a judge versus being an attorney. I love my job. I love providing quality legal representation to those who would otherwise not be able to afford it. So obviously, as a judge, I'm no longer practicing law. I'm no longer able to use my trial litigation skills to help that person receive their due process in court. So that's the one thing that I won't be able to do, litigate. I love to litigate. I love to stand before a jury or before the judge. But being a judge, the great thing is, while following the law, most judges in certain situations, you're allowed discretion. So you have the discretion to decide in certain situations whether you're gonna give this person a second chance, whether you're gonna give this person an alternative to being incarcerated, such as theft school, or such as drug school, or such as second chance probation, things of that nature. So that's one of the things that I look forward to, being able to provide that second chance for defendants that I can't do as a defense attorney right now. I've been practicing law for the last 13 years with the Cook County Public Defender's Office. I've tried hundreds of cases, as I said before, ranging from battery to first-degree murder. I've litigated very complex issues. So the experience is there. But not only do we need experience on the bench, the other thing that I have is the compassion. I have compassion for people. I have compassion for my community. I serve my community well, and I consider myself a public servant. I volunteer often in the high schools around my neighborhood, where I speak to the high school students about appropriate interaction with the police, about how to avoid meeting me, being proactive and not involving yourselves in illegal activities. I volunteer regularly in the nursing homes in my community. So I just have that spirit of help. And when you have that spirit of help, where you want to help people and it's genuine, you can't help but to spread that compassion in any area of your life. And for me, that would be as a judge in the Circuit Court of Cook County. yes, we must follow the law, but there's a lot of discretion that our judges are allowed to use. And I believe when they're using that discretion, that more compassion needs to be shown toward the individuals that appear before judges, whether it's for a traffic ticket, whether it's for a criminal offense, whether it's for a foreclosure or family law issue. Everyone needs to be treated fairly. I'm more cognizant of how people's socioeconomic status and their upbringing can affect them in the court system, in the judicial system. I started off representing parents who were accused of abuse and neglect to their minors. My goal was to get the parent reunited with their family. And I've noticed over the years that the very same kids that were taken from their moms some years ago are those same kids that I meet now as my clients. So there's so much that I have learned over the years, and so much, I see things so different now as an attorney 13 years later. Social media is awesome. Social media is an excellent marketing tool, and I use it to the best of my ability to help me with my run for judge, from sharing my message to helping people to understand that I consider myself the people's choice. Politics have no place in the judiciary, and I'll say that time and time again. Politics have no place in the judiciary, and I want to spread my message so people can understand that I'm just a kid from Roseland. Being a kid from Roseland has definitely had an impact on my run for judicial office. I love to be able to say I'm just a kid from Roseland. Time and time again, when I'm out meeting people, to let them know that I live right in their community and I'm seeking to represent them on the bench. It's a great feeling to get hugs from the kids as well, up to the elderly, saying that they're happy to finally meet someone from their area, from their neighborhood, who is seeking to run for judge. All too often, people run for judge, and when you get to the ballot or to the polls, you don't know who these people are. So it's a matter of eeny, meeny, miny, mo, who should I select? But I've been taking the time to go door to door in my community, as well as the south suburbs, to introduce myself to the constituents, to let them know, hey, I am running for judge. I am seeking your support, and I want you to know who I am and who you're voting for when you go to the polls. So I'm very active in my community. Because I am a criminal defense lawyer, I try to bring my level of expertise to the community in whatever way I can. And one of the ways that I have done that and continue to do that is through expungement summits and expungement fairs. I have volunteered to hold fairs or information sessions where I get the word out through the churches, through the alderman's office, to let people know to come in on a certain day and time, and I assist them with the paperwork and helping them to get their criminal records expunged or sealed, or at least explain the process to let them know even if they even qualify for expungements. Another area I volunteer, I am a part of the Fernwood Park Advisory Council. Basically provide different services, programs for the park. We help to raise funds for the various programs at the park, along with the seniors of Fernwood Park. I volunteer with them as well. I am also active with a group called Polished Pebbles. Polished Pebbles is a mentoring group for young ladies, and through Polished Pebbles I have gone to various high schools in the area speaking to the young ladies. There's been a rise of young ladies being charged with criminal offenses, and so I decided to reach out to Polished Pebbles because they have the platform so that I can speak to these young ladies about avoiding being in contact with the criminal justice system. Politics have no place in the judiciary. It's about people, and I am the people's choice.